That was a blue truck and a blue car. Sync, sync. The sync. The sync, sync. Is this one? I don't know yet. I got a feeling he's gonna do something. Is he gonna do something? Don't do it. There's another car sitting over there. Is one of them gonna do something, or both of them? Don't do it. Oh. Whitey. Chemtrailed up. Is it sync? What's that? Was it a sync? That's like right at the center of the river. I don't know. Was it sync? This looks like a whitey for the end of the bridge, and I hear these engine sounds behind me taking off right as he drives by me. The headlights are turned off now in the parking lot. These people are walking by me as these people are walking by me. Is that synced? I don't know when those headlights turned off though. Are they gonna sync? Don't sync. I think some people walk the opposite way with these people too. What the fuck? I don't know. Not sure about that. I see a dog coming. Is he gonna sync? Is the dog gonna sync? Don't sync. They just started walking right now. Is it sync? Is the dog gonna meet me synced? Is the dog gonna meet me synced? Oh! It was a sync. It was a sync. I see a red shirt over there. I'm going this way. I hear these engine sounds as I'm walking by the end of the bridge. I think it's synced with the end of the bridge. There's a lot of people out tonight. A lot of them are going to be synced. But how many of them? That's the question. How many of them synced? They just stopped walking next to me as I walk by them. And then he's walking again right now as I get up on the sidewalk. Those are always synced. Was it synced again? It didn't look synced that time. Was it synced at the door of the house? I think these engine sounds started going off at the same time that it drove by me though. I'm not sure. We'll go this way. Is this a whitey truck? Let's go this way. Yeah, let's just sit on this bench for a second and see what happens. Let's see if they sync. They're gonna sync, I think. See if that's an outlet. I can just plug my phone in out here and I can just record a 12-hour sync show. I gotta go take a piss though, I guess. So maybe like a 5-hour sync show. Is it gonna sync? Don't sync. I see his red shirt over here, and I see this truck driving behind him as he walks up. And I'm like, is it sync? See a red shirt coming on a skateboard now. Is it gonna sync? See a red shirt, red helmet on a skateboard. And I think they got out of that whitey when he rode in front of me. And he just like jumped off his skateboard here and then got back on it. And then I think that happened. I think they got out of the whitey. Is it gonna turn off right now? Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Are these cars coming up as they're meeting the kid with the skateboard? I think it was a sync thing happening. They just do all types of different intricate sync things. I see this car and this car at the same time, and these cars like driving behind me at the same time. And I think it's a sync thing. Is it a sync? It's got 2 headlights at least. Don't sync, don't sync, don't sync, don't sync, don't sync. Don't sync. And now I'm seeing a bicycle riding up over here and a truck coming up at the same time. Like at this they're getting to this intersection at the same time. I don't know if the bike is with the truck or what, but I think he's with the truck though, you know what I mean? And then right when they walked up over here, I heard a sound over here, and then I heard the car go honk. So I don't know. That just happened. What was the sync? Don't sync, don't sync, don't sync, don't sync, don't sync, don't sync. What's happening? All right, let's go for a walk. If I go for a walk, they gotta sync. It's just the rules. Oh, what? They got ice skating. What? Nice. Oh, your loud car coming. Is it gonna sink? Oh. It's driving behind me here, and then there's this white SUV over here. Is this guy gonna sink? Don't sink. Who's gonna sink? Not me. That's for sure. I'm not. So you don't gotta worry about me. But if you see me synced, it's because they're syncing things. Like if you're a TI, you see me synced, it's because they're syncing things and make you think that I'm a sync. Probably. They probably do that. So I promise I'm not a synced one. I get synced on. Is this a drone? Oh. I think it is. Don't sync. Are people laughing right now behind me? This car is taking off. It was probably sync. Probably a sync. Driving forward right when I get across the street. And then I think this just started. This white just started synced. Right after that. He's probably gonna drive by me. Here he goes. Don't sink. I drove behind me, but I hear this kid like, I get the park, and then that whitey is at this alley. You probably can't see it. And there's probably other sync things happening that I don't know what was happening. Like people at the park when I was there. They're just always doing sync things. Is it gonna sync? It's just everywhere I go, like every 3 feet I walk, I'm like, is it gonna sync? And then a lot of times I'm like, it's definitely gonna sync. That car, I think it was a white SUV, and it turned, and this guy's, it's all blurry. What the fuck? This other car's lights are flashing. But I was walking by that car that's turned on when the white SUV turned up. And I don't know. I hear people talking in this garage that I'm walking by, and I'm in a car, driving a car by right now. This car is backing up. And this is white, I think. Is he a whitey? I wasn't walking right by the guys though, so maybe they're not stalkered up, but it seemed like the thing seemed like a stalk. That was at the corner of the house. These bright headlights are coming out right now. This car just turned on right now when I get across the street. I don't know if you can. You probably can't even see it. It looks like you can't even see it. That whitey truck synced with the whitey turning in front of me. Oh! Where should I walk? Where can I walk where there's no stalkers? Anyone know? Here comes one. And then these. And then that is probably meeting it. I think it was green. And then alright, let's go over the bridge and see what bridge stalkers they got this time. You know, stalkers in their bridges. It's just the stalker culture. They have to stalk at bridges. Usually, unless it's like 3 a.m. maybe. But then even then, like if I walk back the other way, they'll stalk me when I walk back the other way. But usually when I walk over a bridge, they just have to stalk me, at least at one side of it. At least. That silver car was right at the center of the river. I don't know. Was he a sync? I think so. He's probably turning out synced with the black car driving by me. This motorcycle looks synced right now at the end of the bridge as the car turns in front of me. This whitey truck right at the end of the bridge. Stalkered up. He's got one white tail light. Was that a scene? Got one white tail light. I think that truck turned when their car door closed with the one white tail light. There's too many sinks to focus on. How am I supposed to see the truck turn with the car door slamming if you also got 7 white trucks driving by me? What the fuck? Woo. That's 2 tan cars in a row, and then I hear these engine sounds. And he's got a half a tail light. And then that's the engine sound car. This white truck looks late, and he's got looks like the whiteys though. I think it's the whiteys, and then these are both red, and then And then I think I see a blue truck and a red car and a red car. Is he blue? He's got one headlight or a dim headlight or something. I think it's like a dim headlight. I don't know. That's a blue car too, I think. And then this is that one of the red cars that synced with the blue car, maybe? Or did he just come out of the parking lot? What's happening? That's the orange car right as he pulls up to the intersection with the red car. Time to sync again. And then I just hear that car engine sound when I walk up to the intersection. Is it a sync? Oh. Don't sync, don't sync, don't sync. Is it a sync? It's driving right now. Is it a sync? This white car just drove out right now. Right as that white truck's driving by at the corner of the building. It's a green, like turquoise car and a whitey. There's a whitey. It looks like there's another whitey behind the whitey. I hear that right now. What was that? Where did that come from? Was it a sync? Was it over here? I think it was these people. The truck just turned off right now. Was it a sync? That door just closed. That truck is driving as this car drives by me, and he's got a dim tail light, or it's got a light missing on the tail light. You hear it? That one wasn't really synced though. It was kind of synced. The other one was synced. I mean, that was synced too, but kind of missed it. Looks like a sync. Looks like a sync over there too. Looks synced. And there's another car pulling up right now. And then that, I think they're both silver. He's turning as he drives by me. I don't think he even stopped at the stop sign. He just turns through. And then this is black, and I hear the silver truck again as it drives by me, and it's at the corner of Harbor Bar, and this is black at the corner of Harbor Bar. And it's sync, and it's silver, and this white car just turned out. And I wasn't really at the door, but good try, Whitey. That Whitey is a professional. Are these engine sound syncs? Was it a sync car that drove by me? There's people walking out in a car at the same time. Is it sync? They're walking by me at the ATM as another car drives by me. Was it sync? I don't see the syncs because I'm sync-tarded. Dodo! I saw a silver truck drive by over there. Oh, this is a red car. Never mind. I thought it was black. I hear a dog barking. Do you hear it? Do you hear it? That was synced. Is it synced? Looks synced. These look synced. Like everything looks synced. That's tan car. Just can't ever see a tan car that doesn't look synced. White truck is parking synced at the place where the sync. The sync. He's closing the car on the white truck sync. Going on the door next to me. Sync. I think he was touching his nose when he walked up too. Oh, the truck's still on. Is he gonna sync again? Ah! The never-ending sync fest. That truck's driving by me like in the middle of the bank, between the bank corners. So, oh, he's parking. Is he gonna get out and just close his door when I walk up to the intersection or something? No. I hear a car door back there. I think it was that truck. Yeah, he did. He did exactly that. And he's honking right when I step over the curb. Honk, honk. It's gonna start right now. I hear an engine sound right now in that car. Oh! And this car's pulling up right now. And it's a scene. It's gonna drive by right here. When did the car start? Was it synced? Oh! It's backing up. It's taking off sync right here. It's sync charted. Sync charted. You're late. You're late. He's meeting this car at the intersection. And then driving right here. Is it also silver? Oh, it's a white. It's driving by at the door. That's sync tarded. This car looks like it's going through that intersection synced right now, and he's probably gonna meet me at the other side if I cross the street. He's probably gonna drive up at the door. I heard a car honk, I think, or some type of sound at the door. At the door. Here's the door where they sync. There's a car. There's two white cars behind me going opposite directions. Like one behind it at the other intersection. I hear engine sounds as the pig drives by me. He's driving right now. Sync. 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 I just saw two cars at the same time way up the street ahead of me. I hear engine sounds and they're synced and sync. 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 Sank. Sunk. Woo. Are they gonna sink? Don't sink. I think he sinked. I think he's a sink. Is this gonna sink? Is this a sink right now? Ooh. Looks sink. Looks like they're pulling up sync to each other. Is it gonna sink? It wasn't really driving by it synced, I don't think. What's happening? What's the sync, man? Is it the motorcycle? I bet it's the motorcycle. This is a place where they always sync, and I see a white SUV right now, so I see two whiteys and then another whitey, so that definitely looks synced. Definitely that. And then this, and then this. Definitely these. They're synced. They're synced harded. And he's just sitting there, and then he turns right when I step on the street. He's just sitting. Is it tan? It's tan. And he's throwing up the devil horns. And it has a B2 license plate. It's black and silver. And it has an A23 license plate. Had an A23 license plate. That light just turned off. Was it synced? I saw a car turning over there at the same time, so probably that. Is it synced? Woo. Is it synced? This car just pulled up when this car pulled up. I think it has a D2 license plate, and I hear engine sounds behind me, and then I see a one headlight. And then this car's going over the train tracks right when he pulls up. Is it a black car? Does he got one tail light? Yeah, he's a white. I hear an engine sound behind me as he starts to drive. I see a cop, I think. Is he a cop? Oh. I see a Domino's car coming behind me, and I see this one lower light car coming. And a loud motorcycle or something just started. And then he's meeting a car at the train tracks. Is it a cop or something? What is it? Is it a sync? Oh, it's a whitey truck. I hear this engine sound behind me right as this white truck starts to drive. It's like, here goes the loud car. Is it synced? I think it is. Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink. It's a tan car. And I think the engine sounds were synced with him pulling up. I don't know. And he looked like angry, like he hates me or something. He wasn't looking at me though. But he was driving like he's angry at me. Just get that vibe. I don't know. That light just turned off as this car is starting to drive through the intersection. This is a white truck, and I'm hearing engine sounds as he pulls up, and I see a car that's going over the train tracks, and he's going to start driving as it goes over the train tracks. And this bug just came and flew up at me as he started to drive. I think it was a moth or something. You could see it on the video. He was like flying around the chair when I turned. It's a white that he was synced with, and I hear engine sounds. And I see another car going over the train tracks. Wow. What a magical world. Is it white too? It is. It actually is. There's people walking, or they sink, don't sink. I don't know if they're synced. Did they slam a car door synced? I missed it. Oh, there's a bug flying over. Is it synced? I don't know. The other bug was synced. Right as they walked up to the street, I heard someone cough behind me. Don't sink. This bug just flew up in front of me when they walked behind me. Oh. Smells like a sync truck. Is it time to sync? What time is it? That light just turned off. The light. I think that's that truck that drove through the intersection. He's going to the police station parking lot. I think he's parking synced with his truck pulling up, maybe. And that truck turning might be synced. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. But like he drove by me, he didn't look synced when he drove by me, and then he drives all the way over there, and then I think he was parking synced with the truck pulling up, but I don't know, maybe not. Oh, that's the fun of the sync game. I hear a dog barking right as his truck parks over there somewhere. Looks like a sync. He turned his lights back on right as his car is in front of his car. He turned his lights off and then he turned them back on again. I think it's the red truck. Is he gonna sync again with the lights? Right as his car pulled up, syncs with the lights again. His car is a dim light. Is he sync? I hear an engine sound behind me right as he pulls up, and he's just sitting at the stop sign. And then his car hits his brakes right as he starts to drive. Fucking weirdos. He just sits at the stop sign and stares at me. Oh, dude. I think I still hear the dog barking. I hear engine sounds right as this white car pulls up behind me. I hear cars driving behind me that are probably synced up, but I don't know if they are. I'm not looking back there, but if I look back there, I might see syncs, but I'm not looking back there though, so. That thing turning on is probably synced. I don't know. It probably turned on right when this light turned off or something, but I wasn't looking at the light at the time. I don't know. Did it turn on when the light turned off or something? Probably turned on synced. But I don't know right now. What's synced? I don't know. I hear engine sounds and I see cars and I hear cars behind me, but I don't know. What's synced? Anything synced? I hear this guy coughing. He was synced before when he coughed. Is it synced again? Is it a sync? Sometimes they'll be sometimes I'll hear stalkers coughing and it's like, damn, is he like actually sick? Like, fuck. But they'll be doing it sync though. He's like making himself sick, man. Like, bruh. I hear engine sounds behind me right now. Woo. I see a car over there. That one was driving by synced with the cars. There it is. I knew a car was gonna sync with this car, and then the engine sounds behind me are also synced with it. This light just turned off right before the car drives by it. Is it sync? He's going through that intersection right now, I think. This car looks synced, I think. Is it sync? Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink. This car looks synced. That was a blue car. Is this a red car? Is it a blue car? Or is it a black car? It's a black car. Is it black and silver cars? It's black and silver cars. There's silver car. And then a whitey. And then I just saw that car poke out. Oh, there he goes. Is it a sync? Oh. It's just the extra whitey. Like, he's not driving by synced. He probably met him synced behind me at the intersection. Was it synced? He's hitting his brakes right now on the whitey. And I heard a dog bark right there, I think. I mean, I did hear a dog bark right there, but I think it started barking right there. Pretty sure. Probably the same dog from before. Is it sync? It's a white. It's a whitey sync. He's waiting until I get all the way across the street to turn. Like, bruh, you can go. Like if I was like a big fat guy or something, then maybe wait all the way until I get all the way across the street to turn. But that doesn't really look synced, I guess. Or like if I got like a toddler with me or something, then maybe you wait until I get all the way across the street to turn so you don't run over my child if he runs back the other way all of a sudden. But like, bruh, I'm across the street, I'm over the curb. You can go. But nope, you're gonna wait until I walk over the sidewalk and then you're gonna go. Right at that moment. Exactly at it. Just happens all the time like that. I see stalkers ahead of me right now. don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't. That truck just drove out right when I get across the alley. The stock tardations. Stock tardations all across the nation. This car just turned right as this car pulled up. This car doesn't have any headlights on. This car is gonna wait to turn until right now, and woo. Yeah, sometimes they have no headlights on. Is it one? Is it gonna sink? Don't sink. He's gonna drive when I walk through the alley, probably. Is he gonna do that? He's driving right when I walk through the alley. He's driving right at the edge of the alley. He's a sink. And then watch, he's gonna do this. Sink. Knew he was gonna do that. And then he's gonna turn right now. He's turning, sink. Oh! I knew all of those things were gonna happen. Somehow I just know. I hear engine sounds behind me right now. I think there might have been driving behind me back there. I don't know. This car is just sitting on the side of the street. Is he gonna sink? I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. This light just turned on right there. I don't know. Was it white? Was it a whitey? Just don't know anymore, man. Just don't know anymore. Is this a whitey? He's sitting here turned on. Oh! These cars are pulling to the intersection right now. Woo. Someone's yelling over there. Is it synced? Oh. This guy walking up, like, and they're yelling over there. I don't know what they're yelling, but I think they're synchronizing. Is it synced? Oh. I don't know if she was yelling something at me or what. Or she was like, stop recording! Or whatever she was saying. I don't know what she was saying. That's... Wait. Come on, Whitey. Where's the next sync gonna come from? Oh! Oh! I hear an engine sound right now. I see his car going through the intersection right now. Is it white? What's that one? Oh, is it sync? Is it sync things happening? That's a white car over there. Is it synced? This car just drove out, like, right after the other car drove in front of me. Or, like, right as it drove in front of me. And it's got one lower light. I think he pulled up to the intersection syncs. And then he's turning, and there's another car coming, I think. Yeah, white, sync. Boo! Sync. There's a tan car. There's a car turning, and I hear an engine sound over that way, too. Sync. I hear an engine sound behind me as this car is pulling up. That car. With that car. This car is gonna pull up when I walk by the door. It's pulling up. I'm walking by the door. It pulled up and I walked by the door. It's driving by a parked white SUV. I think it turned at the pole. Don't sync. The door is opening. I think that was a sync. I heard a car door close in the center of the street behind me. This car is turned right now. Don't sync, don't sync, don't sync, don't sync, don't sync. Don't sync. Don't sync. Don't sync. Are they gonna close the other car door right now? Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh. They closed the car door right there when that car drove by me. And then he's... is he driving through the intersection yet? Don't sync. Cops hitting his brakes as that car drives by me. And then I think he met this car at the intersection. And then he's driving right there in the pigmobile. Woo. Time to sync. This truck's driving by this door. The motorcycle wasn't right at the place. I think he stalked harder though. He's probably gonna rev his motorcycle engine right now. Right after I step on the street. Oh! And now I hear engine sounds in the distance. I think we're synchronizing. This is probably gonna synchronize. Don't do it. Don't synchronize. This car is synchronized. He's pulling up right now. Ah! He's gonna drive by me right here.